My goodness, I was about to cry. Well, let's change the view. Hello, everybody. Let's hope... I'm having technical difficulties, ladies. Seriously, technical difficulties. Trying to get this all to work together is not the easiest thing. It should be, but it isn't. So, how do I fix it? This should be public. Done. I don't know if any of you are seeing this. I truly hope you are, but I'm going to go into my channel. Hit mute. Sorry, I didn't realize I touched the mute button. Okay, can you hear me and see me now, Athena? And anyone else in here? Apparently I only have Athena. I can't close the computer because it's connected to the computer. This is just insanity, let me tell you. Trying to do this is crazy. Let me go to my channel. Let's see if that will do it. You should have sound. You should have video. Let's see if I can see and hear me. Who knows? New pinned chat. What is this? Oh, okay. So you're telling me I can do something. Yay. Happy for you. Alright, so can we hear me now? Athena, have you got me, honey? Oh, it shows there's nobody in chat. Oh, I guess I lost everyone. Well, We do have a slight delay, apparently. And I'm very, very, very sorry for that. But what we're going to do today is play Enigmatomorphia. For anyone in the coloring world who knows me at all, you've learned that I have gotten pretty addicted to Kirby Rosanis very quickly. I love Kirby. Oh my goodness, do I love Kirby. I am going to message a friend and let her know that I'm on so she can let you guys know. Okay? And then I can show you a few tricks that I do to try to give these things more realism. But I need to message Boots. There we go. I didn't want to message anyone until I knew it was up and running. I know that sounds quite silly, doesn't it? Quite silly. Sadly, we apparently don't have anybody, and we're 6.5 minutes in, and that's a bit sad for me. Because I really love doing live streams, and talking to myself is a bit strange. Okay, so anybody else that's messaging me on Messenger, I'm sorry. I am not there to answer. I'm trying to figure out what I'm doing here. I know that's quite strange, isn't it? Hi, A Different Way. How are you? So, I'm sorry. I will warn everybody in advance. If you hear barking, if you hear singing from puppies, I cannot help it. That is why this is Art and Diamonds with Eskies. There are 4 purebreds and 1 mix, and the mix is in with my son, and it's me and the 4 pretty white ones in here, and 3 are resting, but the minute that my Chrissy starts barking at the people who do stupid things next door, I promise you, Ladybug will start too. Okay? Oh my goodness, I have not gone live in quite a long time. I have been very, very ill, and I've lost several family members and friends to this horrible pandemic. But I am in a good place today, so I thought, well, it's been a while since we've gone live. Let's go live. Sorry, it's not diamond painting, you guys. But that will be coming. That will be coming. I am trying to get back to all the time I used to spend with everybody once a week. But I'm thinking, you know, I really don't like to go live on Sundays because that's my day to rest and shut out the world and spend time with the babies. So I thought that we would do Fridays as often as I can. And for today, let's do a little bit of coloring. So this is in Enigmatomorphia by Kirby Rosanis. I love this. This is a double page spread, so it's huge. But you can see I've gotten quite a bit done. I'm sorry, every time I hit that cord, it is moving you, so I am going to try to move the cord. But it is attached to the phone so that I can stream. Okay, and then on this side, look at that face. Ooh, he's going to be pretty. See, when I get done. When I get done. Do you? Well, grab it, girl. Grab it. Grab whatever you're coloring, and let's spend a little bit of time together. I should be in my office working, but because I'm not feeling, you know, too great, I'm in my bedroom with my artist clipboard and tons of pencils beside me. And I even got my first pencil case because, you see, my pencils are up in a wooden set of drawers. That's how I keep them. But this was sent to me by my friend Boots for my light fast, so that I could have them more easily at hand. And pink is my daughter's color, so I'm sure that she's going, no, that's supposed to be mine. Especially to, you know, right now, because, well, we have some initially frightening but very good news, and that is that there is going to be a 4th grandchild, that we were certainly not expecting her. Or him, but I'm saying her because, you know, put it out in the universe, manifest it, bring it back. I want my little girl. If it's a little girl, the name Rose will be in her name. My daughter has promised me that, because when she was young, she wanted to name a baby after me, and I went, no way. She'll get made fun of like I did, and we're not going to do that. But I am born in June, and that's my birthday flower. This baby is due in June, so it will be the baby's birthday flower. And my late mother-in-law from my first message was, okay, Jerry, I'm glad you're here, sweetheart. Oh, I'm so glad that you're getting out of the house. My late mother-in-law, Stella, her favorite rose was white roses, as mine are white and ivory roses. So, yes, that is why the baby will have the name Rose in her name. And it better be a her. I have 2 little boys now, instead of just the one. We have a little baby Charles, who is 7.5 months old. And oh my good Lord, is he cute. Holy baloney, he's adorable. And he's so sweet. When he hears my voice, he starts screeching at his mom until he can see me on the phone. Oh, and my Danny, he's doing so well. Hopefully I will get to have him here soon. I miss my babies so, so much. So I'm going to be using a mix of pencils, because I am not an artist that can work with just one brand. You see, each brand has different colors, each brand has different qualities, and I'm the crazy lady that will mix them up in every drawing that I do, and of course now in the coloring books. A different way. What is your real name, sweetie? What do you want me to call you? Like, everybody calls me Eskies or Mama Eskies, which works for me, because I am the mommy of the Eskies. But I don't know what to call you, sweetie. I'm so proud of you getting out of the house on your own, Jerry. Courtney. Oh, wonderful, sweetie. That's wonderful. Courtney, I have most of the Kirby Rosanis books. I want the new one coming out so badly. Because if you've seen my drawing videos, you've seen that I draw endangered species quite often. So, yeah. Oh, sorry, my claws are short and they are not decorative today, because they broke. So, I needed to give my nails a break to kind of breathe and do their own thing. Even though I know that nails can't breathe. I'm hoping that Jill will spread the word that we are on here. And of course, I do have my Tigger cup with my coffee. You know me. And it says caution, coffee overload on the inside. There you go. Is there such a thing? Oh. So if we start hearing barking and stuff, I'm so sorry. Mythomorphia, I think, is my favorite so far. In fact, I have 2 of them. I did the Phoenix in it, and it came out beautifully. I wanted to, if it was at all possible, get another copy, and magically, I do not know how, another copy showed up, so I will get to do the Phoenix in another colorway. So, kind of fun. I'm telling my baby girl to come into chat. Let's see if she listens to her mother this time. We shall see. Sometimes she does. Hi, there's my baby girl. I know you're having a rough day, Sarah. I'm so sorry, baby. Sarah used to go by the screen name Baby Eskies Angel. I don't know why that changed, but that's okay with me. I'm so sorry that you're having a hard day, baby. But I am glad you're here. I have announced that you are pregnant and that I am demanding of the universe that I get a little girl. So you'll have to let us know for sure. Please. Oh my goodness. I know Mommy's being silly. I think what I'm going to do is work on some of these greens. I know that Mary calls these dirty greens. I don't. They're earthy greens to me. They're yellow greens, that type of thing, you know. Everybody's different. But we're going to start with earth green, which is a very, very, very light, lovely color from the Polychromos. Sorry I sound so icky. My allergies are just horrifying. Absolutely horrifying. I'm going to push this book up a little bit. I know you're seeing my robe. I'm so sorry. I'm just kicking it around the house, you know. But I want to get some of this greenery filled in. I had been waiting for an opportunity to do some coloring lives because, well, right now this is keeping me pretty sane while I'm stuck in bed and can't work on stuff. What do you mean it changed for Danny's school? What changed? Oh, your name. Okay, that's why. Dante is the one I call Danny, folks. It is. I love this color, Piggy. And I have a deeper shade of it that we'll be doing some work on it with. But I want to put this as an undertone. Just kind of an underlayer in here. This is that horse, baby girl. The lady that is in here with us a different way, that is Courtney. Sarah, your Aunt Jerry, is in here listening. She can't type because she's out driving by herself for the first time since we lost her husband about 2 weeks ago. I am utterly heartbroken. He was an amazing and kind man, and he is very much missed by his family and us and many, many, many friends. He just touched everybody in such a gentle and kind way. So, Jerry is having a rough time right now. She's doing very, very well, if you ask me, but she is having so much happen to her. It's Geri, baby girl. It's not spelled like a boy. But I think she'll know what you mean. She's doing surprisingly well. She's getting out today, and that's definitely a step in the right direction toward her healing. And that's, you know, the end goal is let's get her healed up. So we're going to move to juniper green, which is also a nice bluish green, because I want to come in here where these dark lines are and put some very, very dark stuff. Now, if it looks like I'm pressing on these on paper, I'm not. Not at all. I'm just barely touching the paper. Because I want to give the effect that we're getting all the detail that Kirby put into them, but we're going to create some shadow, I hope, and shape to them, make them look more three-dimensional if I can. It's okay, Piglet. It's okay. How are my little boys doing? Can my Charles hear me? Or is he sleeping? I'm probably going to make this a reasonably long stream today because I don't have anything else major to do. Hi, Linda. How are you? My goodness, it's been a while. I know I kind of let everybody down when I stopped the streaming, but I'm trying to pick it back up just on Fridays. He's next to you babbling. Hi, Fatso. How's Grandmom's boy? And Danny, you do what you're supposed to in school. I love you, baby. Be good for Mom. That way I don't have to turn you into cat food. Excuse me. Yeah, I'm fighting bronchitis pretty badly. It's been hanging on for months and months and months. But do what you gotta do, right? You do what you've got to do. Alright, so we're going to grab ourselves a nice in-the-middle kind of thing. It's kind of dark, but this is chromium green opaque. And the reason I'm doing this is to just bring in the slightest depth around the edges, and then we will add a little bit of highlight. Oh no, I'm so sorry, Linda. It seems all of us are not being touched by this, but being hit with it. We've lost quite a number of people in our family and friends. Men that my son served with and his uncle. You're welcome. She better be a good big sister. I'll kick her butt too. Speaking of sisters, are my boys going to get a sister? She is. Tia is an amazing woman. She truly is. Guys, Tia is not my... Well, we are! Folks, it's a granddaughter. Oh my goodness. Now, she's due right around my birthday, right? I want her for my birthday. I want my grandbaby for my birthday, my little Rose. I bet Danny is excited because he'll have a little brother and a little sister. If I know Dante, he is over the moon about it. Alright, so then I'm going to grab the little piece of my Prismacolor white that I have in an extender. It is so tiny. I've had this pencil for 20 plus years and I'm just now using it up. So, you know, there you are. It takes me forever to use up my pencils because I'm kind of stingy about them. June 19th. I know it's whenever she decides to come, but it's a scheduled C-section, Piggy Pie. So, you know, you could give her to me for my birthday. I can't wait. I get my little Rose. So for anybody that sees this in replay, we had quite the surprise from my daughter and her fiance that, you know, Charles is only 7.5 months old. His birthday is in May. And I guess that they had quite the surprise to find out that Sarah is pregnant, when they said that this was not a possibility for her to manage. But I do know from her that the doctor says that she and the baby are doing very, very well. We just have to watch her blood pressure, because that is something she inherited from her father, is blood pressure issues. So if we can keep her calm, we'll be better off. By far, better off. And hopefully we can manage that. Yes, I get to be grandma one more time. Okay, we're back to the juniper green because I want to add a little more darkness in here. But we get a little girl. Oh, I'm going to spoil my grandbabies. And then send them home all sugared up. Yeah, Charlie did come 3 weeks early. Yep, May 4th is Charles's birthday, and December 26th is Dante's birthday. And now my little Rose, my granddaughter, needs to come for my birthday. So she needs to come close to my birthday at least. Kind of like you did for Grandma. Your great grandma. My grandma's birthday was December 5th, and she said she wanted a great-granddaughter for her birthday, and Sarah was born on December 1st. So she made my grandma quite happy with that. Grandma was an awesome lady. Nag you half to death if she didn't like what you were doing, but I'll tell you what, she had a good heart, and that lady could cook like no other. Oh, I'm sorry. Happy birthday, Ashlyn. If you see this, get out your coloring book that I got you for Christmas. I got my soon-to-be granddaughter, the younger of the two, the Kirby Mythomorphia for Christmas. She's a sweet girl. Usually. Exactly. Linda, but normally that's not how it works. I keep Danny for like a week at a time, and it ends up being that I have to straighten out a few things in his little mind. So, yeah. I don't usually get to spoil, but I have informed my daughter that from here on out I will be spoiling more than ever. It's my turn. I want to spoil the babies. Alright, let me shift this around so that maybe that'll solve a problem. I had a heck of a time hooking up this live stream from my phone to my computer. It's crazy. Took me about 40 minutes to get this up and running for you guys. So now I'm just trying to put everything in a position where I can see chat on my tablet because it's too bright on the computer. I don't know what Nicholas did with the settings on there. I'm gonna have to kick his butt. So he's been using it to upload a bunch of music, and you are going live through my phone camera. So here we are. I've got a whole big fancy mess. I am so excited to see it. I want that little girl to look like you with my eyes, because you like that my eyes turn turquoise. I know that sounds incredibly weird, folks, but in bright sunlight or flash photography, my eyes do. They turn turquoise. Very odd little fact about me. Okay, let me move the baby's CBD medicine and find this color that I'm looking for. It's not in that one. It's in this one. Good deal. Okay, let's start. We're going to do this flower with some Prismacolors. Like I said, I just kind of mix whatever I think will work, but we're in a grouping here, so I want to keep kind of the same color going here, so I'm going to put down some light peach. Oh, yeah, it would be. Be really cool if she turns out with auburn hair like her grandmama. Starts out strawberry blonde. I would just love that. Okay, Rose, I'm putting in my orders, baby. Let's see, maybe we'll get them right. Okay. Either way, I just want you and she to get through this very, very healthy. I'll tell you, Mom has been worried, for sure. Let's grab the Deco Peach. I'm guessing that I will just continue to kind of worry until you're both safe. And if you get put on bed rest and don't tell me this time, I'm going to come and get you. And you can be on bed rest at home here, so I can take care of you and the kids. And let's go in with some peach at the bottom here for some of these shadows and brighter tones. And then watch this. We'll work a little magic. we are going to, again, find that white. I put it somewhere, like right in front of me. Go figure. And I'm going to run over the entire thing. I don't think you can see what I'm doing, can you? No, I'm out of frame. I'm so sorry. Okay. I'm right here. See if I'm in frame? Yeah, finally. I'm sorry, folks. This is a new setup to me, and my brain is, I'm guessing, a bit confused. And I want to put just a little bit of a bright bit in there, so I'm going to grab some salmon pink for way down here at the bottom of this pretty flower. And then we'll go up with the peach again. The thing about the way that I work in my artwork, and it comes into my coloring too, is that I go in extremely light layers, so it looks very natural and blended. That's just kind of what I do. So you'll see me work from the top down on a flower and then work from the bottom up. Go over it with the blending color and then do it again. And it just seems to give me some depth in the flowers that, or anything I'm working on, that I can't seem to find any other way. So we're going to put just a little more lightness on this. I see some blending I should have caught, but I was doing these at night and my room was a little dark. Yes, coffee, 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 baby. You want to go refill my cup too while you're here, there? I wish you were here. I wish you guys were here. I miss you and the boys so much. But I know you can't come around me right now. Sadly, my family, all but my son and I, have been exposed to COVID. And I'm waiting for the kids to, and grandbabies to get tested so that I can then see my grandbabies. Okay, on this flower, I'm then going to go in. Let me find the darn thing. Ooh, you stay there. Book, stay there. With a polychromos. And I know it's a much harder pencil because it's most definitely oil and not wax, and the prismas are wax. And I'm going to use the dark flesh for the deepest color on here. Now, I've seen a lot of colors use, like, 3 colors, and that's great. I wish my brain worked that way. It'd be much easier. Good morning, Gail. It's nice to see you. And Chrissy agrees. For those new to my channel, this is the hazard of any live streams. Chrissy, come here. Tiny. The reason that my channel is with Eskies is because that's one of the Eskies. They are the babies and they know it. Alright, so we're going to do a little bit of bluebell work here with some polychromos. And make them just as pretty as we can. But I'm going to do this kind of differently than most people would expect. I'm going to start with my Prisma White at the bottom here because it will help me to blend the colors as we go from the polys. So I know it looks like I'm not doing anything right now, but I am. I'm creating a base, which I love to do. Jennifer! Oh my goodness, my baby girl, I miss you. I miss you, I miss you, I miss you. I'm going to try to start going live on Fridays because I really don't want to work on Sundays. Well, I guess this finally got too short for the pencil holder, so this will go in a jar and we will pull out a new Prisma White. Oh goodness. Me and pulling out new pencils, I'm like, I don't want to. But I will. Okay, here's another Prisma White. But I do need my Polychromos Ivory. That is my favorite base to work with on everything. So, Jennifer, we have news for you. Are you ready? Let me know when you're ready, Jennifer. So that you don't have to go back and watch the stream. Aw, thank you. Yes, he is just killing. Are you ready for the good news? We have a surprise for you, Jennifer. Well, Sarah got a surprise. and it brought a surprise to the entire family. She is pregnant with my granddaughter, who is due on June 19th, right after my birthday. So we're getting one more, and then she's having immediate surgery. Immediate. To stop any more babies because of her health. Oh, your sister's so cool. Your sister is awesome. Oh, so either her first or middle name will be Rose. Yes, you are getting a tubal, or I will kick your behind. No more. That's enough. You've got Danny, you've got Charles, we had Bobby, and now we will have my little Rose. So I'm putting some polychromos ivory on here. What do you mean middle, Mom? Well, they haven't decided on the other name, Jennifer. Oh, Jennifer Rose would be pretty. My goodness, I like that. I'm trying to talk them into Jessie Rose after my grandma, because my grandma was Dorothy Jessie. Chrissy, I know that you hear the garage door because Nick's bringing in the trash bins. My goodness, they're barking at their brother. Rose will be her middle name. Yes. But, you know, Grandmama's just going to call her whatever I want to. Because, you know, Charles is my fatso. Which makes him giggle to no end. He gets all excited and tries to get the phone. Danny, that's my little man. Chris is picking her first name. It better not be Heather. Good God, not Heather, please. That's the line I draw in the sand. I will fight. No Heather. No. Yes, you picked Charles, and I got lucky, and the middle name ended up being James, named for both sides of the family. Oh, sorry guys, I'm putting in some sky blue over this white and ivory now to just kind of create a subtle transition. And we'll get deeper into the blues in a moment. But yes, we are getting our little girl. Nick and I are talking about moving up north next year to where it's not so hot, but I'm concerned about being able to see the grandbabies often enough, and I'm concerned about him being too far from the VA, so we shall see. Yeah, but that name, it's in our family, it's not a good name. There are a lot of sad things attached to it. So, yeah, I would rather it not be Heather. I know that his family has their reasons for wanting it, but I have some strong, strong reasons for not wanting it. My brother Dave's daughter was Heather. Well, don't do that. Oh, that would be good. Sarah, schedule her birth for the 16th for Frank. For your Uncle Frank. That would be awesome. Plus, that was the day that I was picked up for my original adoption. So, it's kind of the day that started me being who I am. Oh. But you can suggest. And there's my son. My beautiful son. Well, get your butt out here. Of course you can convince me. Absolutely. We will have to get every member of my family, all the kids and grandkids, so you can see them. And Jerry and I have been talking about her coming out later this year. So, I think she needs to kind of get away for a little while after things have settled. Although, you can bring Frank with you. It's okay. Yeah, I do too. I'm out of the social circle. There's just a few people that I talk to regularly now. So, I'm sorry, folks, for anybody following along. This is Prussian Blue. Ooh, that would be nice. But I think she'd rather be here for the birth of the baby so she can pull the cement truck up to the hospital. Oh my goodness, I'm never going to forget that in my entire life. I love it. Oh, we have such an amazing group of people. We really do. Let's find a color to kind of meld these together. Let's go with a light phthalo, I believe this is. Yes. Light phthalo blue to bring up and down toward the tips. Oh my goodness. I just can't believe we've got a little girl coming. With all my beautiful, sweet little boys, I'm anxious to have my little girl. I am. And I'm going to spoil her rotten for the first year of her life. Just like I try to do with CJ. I try to spoil him quite a bit too, my little fatso. Are you listening to me, little boy? Where's your fox? Where's your fox from Grandmom and Uncle Nick? Apparently he loves his Christmas present. He sleeps with this fox that we got him. Oh, I really hope it does, Jennifer. I cannot wait. The Lord will do this in His time, I know that, but goodness, sometimes it's really hard to be patient, isn't it? Aw, he's got his foxy. Charles, you listen to me? I love you. I love you, Grandmom's fatso. And I know you can hear me, Danny. I love you, baby. Keep focusing on school for me. Oh my goodness. See, I don't know how my adoption went, except that it ended up being an illegal black market adoption. So, there's no way for me to ever get true information about anything that happened. All I can run on is what little bit we've been able to find. Aw, that's my boy. Both of my boys. So, we only know what little bit we know, and that's it. Now I'm going to run over everything with the Prisma White just to smooth it, because the wax will ensure that everything just kind of melts together. And I am barely touching my paper, folks. I'm not putting any pressure on there. To give you a good example, I'll use the example that Bonnie Snowden uses. For the pressure, you can test it on your hand. If you're making a mark or indentation in the hand, it's too hard. What I do is like this. It's just touching the surface. Hi, Jill. Will you put a message in whatever for the coloring community, please? We're in here playing on some Imagimorphia today. Okay, so there's my little bluebells. Let's see. What do we want next in these flowers and greens? There is so much in this. There's just all these little tiny items to pick up on. Now, I've already gotten my hidden items. I think my hummingbird came out beautifully. Let me show you that hummingbird up close so you can see the colors in it. I think she came out so pretty. There we go. There's a good view. I think that came out very nicely personally. And of course, you know, my black pearls, that was the hidden object. Was the pearls, and I made them black with purple and blue in their coloring. So, Oh, that's wonderful. I'll have to message her. Thank you, Boots. I will have to message her and congratulate her. I had no idea that she had another one coming. I've really been very disconnected. Oh, thank you, Piggy, from the diamond painting community, because it's just been a very difficult couple of years. You know, everything that occurred, and then this pandemic, and like I said, we've all sadly been touched or hit hard. Our family in particular was hit very, very hard by it. Crystal in winter. Now, I love my Prisma White to soften things out, and it's not expensive. If I want to darken the colors instead of soften them, there is the Prisma Blender or Alcohol Blender or OMS. Girls, please don't. Just calm down, ladies. Crystal and... Oh, I got a buggy too. My goodness. Ladybug kisses. Yeah, rah, Tiny. She is rah-rahing. She does not like the neighbors, my goodness. I had a hard time getting this stream up and running off of my phone so I could have an overhead view for you all. But I did it. I did it. Thank goodness. Nick? I don't know if he can hear me. I need him to grab me some coffee because I can't take you guys all over the place with me because the cord's connected to the laptop. Yeah, Streamlabs, but I had to get all kinds of information to get it to run, and oh my goodness. A stream key and everything else. It was just... It's kind of plug and... Thank you, Jill. I appreciate that. It's kind of plug and go with the tablet, but I can't get an overhead view because I don't have anything big enough and strong enough to hold my tablet above my Surface. But I can get my phone up there because of this holder that I have, and at some point I'll use my tripod for diamond painting on live streams. But I figured we'd do a little bit of coloring, bring our coloring community in with us to enjoy what we're doing. I have all day to relax and sit and color with you guys and chat, and I have missed everybody so much. It's just crazy. But like I said, all of our lives have sadly been hit so hard that everything's just been very unpredictable, in my opinion, and we really could not do anything but run on faith at this moment. And thankfully, we will now have more resources in place to assist the victims and their families, I hope, of this pandemic. I know, it's touched all of us very closely and very personally, and particularly Jerry, and of course, her family and me with Frank. We've been hit pretty hard by that loss. But just the way he would want us to, we're fighting and keeping going, because he was a strong person. No, honey, I'm using Prismas, I'm using Polys. I will be pulling some Lightfast in very soon. It's just, you'll see, even in just these little flowers, there's a mix of the Prismas and Polys. I am not limiting myself to one thing because, it's me. I really don't do that. I don't limit to one because certain things do give me a different effect that I want. And that's what we're going to run with. And I'm going to put this right in that little spot, and we'll darken that one. So I'm going to grab as soon as I can get my finger in there. This is the salmon pink, which I want a little bit of on the base here for any of the peachy flowers. That's just my weirdness. And then, pièce de résistance, we are going to use the dark flesh of the poly to kind of balance this out, add a little more depth, I hope. It's kind of difficult on these where they they're intended to look a bit mushy, you know. It gets a little confusing. Kirby did not add details to these, so I'm doing it. I pray that you guys don't have COVID. Well, I wouldn't know, Jilly. We have to find out how much it costs to ship them here. This double page spread, I've not used any watercoloring yet. Yeah, and we got lucky once before that, you know, people were around it and didn't get it. Let's pray that happens again. God willing. Oh, you are going to give them to your art teacher. Okay. I've got to get some watercolor to work the backgrounds of these pages, and there's a drawing that I really want to do that I need watercolor for the background. So, for those that don't know, like Jennifer, Spirit has very suddenly lost the majority of his eyesight and a bunch of weight. Oh, thank God you got through it. So please send him prayers for adapting well and regaining this weight, and that if it is diabetes, the doctor can tell us how to fix it, and if it's not, then we can figure out what's going on and help my baby through that. Spirit is doing very well, considering Snowflake is doing better than I think most people expected. She is just fighting her way through that ear problem, and we have got to schedule the vet visit after the 1st of the month to get them both in. We're going to have him tested for diabetes and get... Oh, Courtney, thank you for coming. And get Snowflake's ear taken care of. Have a good day, sweetheart. Jill, I think Nick's eating and ignoring his mother. Can't blame him. I'm a pain in the neck. Matter of fact, it is 11 o'clock. It is time for one of my medications. Yes, I'm being a good girl. I'm taking my meds when I'm supposed to. Most of them. Okay. Now, I enjoyed doing the sunflowers in this. I can tell you that. I had such a good time because sunflowers remind me of my grandpa. It was so fun to do that. I wanted to pull a little bit of... Figure out why people are messaging me. I don't know. Well, maybe I should. I don't know. With me, it's hard to tell if Nick has seizures like he did yesterday. I can't be on a live stream. You guys that have known me for a while or been with me for any length of time, you know, if he has a seizure or Buggy has a seizure, I don't even have time to do anything. It's just go. That's the way that works. It's run. Because, I mean, he hit that kitchen cabinet or counter or whatever and then went down on the floor so hard yesterday. He had a huge goose egg on his head. Just a big knot. It scared the bejesus out of his mother. Let me tell you. I was truly frightened. I don't know. Do you think that we can manage it every week? Okay, I'll have to email her then. Because I think I want to try to start going live on Fridays. Sometimes it'll be coloring, sometimes it'll be diamond painting, sometimes it'll be drawing, sometimes it'll be stitching. You just never know with me. I am sharpening this color up. Oh, you're funny, Jennifer. A bejesus ghost walking around behind me? But, yep, I'm seriously seriously considering coming back to some of the things that I did. I have to work them in because, you know, grandbabies, kids, epilepsy, puppies, epilepsy, blindness, poor Fluffy's ear. A lot going on. But I bet everybody's got just a ton going on as well. I know Sarah's doing, you know, remote learning with 4 kids. Or 3 kids, plus the baby, and the new baby coming. She's got a lot going on, and she's trying to get this job. My goodness. You know, I'm trying, Jennifer. I really am. That's what got the coloring started, believe it or not. Jilly didn't realize that I used to color, and I had lost all of my coloring books. Kevin had them in a storage unit or something, and the only one I had left had water damage to it, and I couldn't color in it. So Jill being Jill sent me a couple of books and got me addicted, and then we got me ordering some books. And I mean, I don't have a ton of books. Some people have hundreds of books. I have some. Oh, I did get a new one I have to show you guys. Jill really helped me to get this because I had no idea how to get it. So I have also fallen in love with Tim Jeffs. This artist does very, very beautiful animals. And this book is a book of endangered species. And I just, oh my goodness. Now, when I do an animal, it's much more lifelike and detailed because it's not made to be colored in. But look at this. Just awesome. To do something like that for a coloring book, I can't even with that. It's amazing. Look at that beautiful Caspian horse. But this entire book is endangered animals. Just like the new Kirby that's coming out. There you go, Jennifer, one of your elephants. And there you go, an African elephant. Anyway, so Kirby's new book is about endangered animals, so I have to find a way to get it. But yeah, this became kind of a self-care for me, Jennifer, was to color. And it lets me experiment with color and figure out different things that work well in my drawings. But at the same time, I'm relaxing. Because my stress levels are crazy. They are insane. I started getting stress hives the other day, which I have not had in years. So it was kind of awful to get them again. I guess I missed a little dark detailing in that. But this is letting me work with some mixed media and try new things. And I found a couple of color combinations that I went, ooh, I can use that in doing this animal or that animal. Yeah, I don't either. But that book and this book, Kirby Rosanis Imagimorphia. My favorite of his is the Mythomorphia. You can get that on Amazon. It's really inexpensive. And the images are amazing. Amazing. If I remember, I will pull it out before I end the live stream because I have to get up to get it so that you can see. But it's gorgeous. Okay, so that was... What was that? May green? Sorry, guys. We have chromium green opaque. I was trying to tell everybody what I was doing, but my brain went, ooh, I get to talk with my friends. So, I'm betting it's very, very cold in Michigan. I know that Minnesota has turned into the frozen tundra. Because it's beautiful and white. I get to see it when I talk to Jill. I just don't have time to talk on the phone, really. Because, you know, seizures, puppies, crazy life. I know you like the Clara Markova. I don't have a Clara yet, do I? Do I? I know I have a Maria. And I've got... Oh, what is her name? Hannah, I think it is. And of course I've got my Johanna, and I've got my Kirby's, and I have the Tim Jeffs and Selena Fennick. There we go. That's the artists I have. There you go. Thank you, Jill. There's the link, Jennifer, to Mythomorphia. I have to tell you, I love that book to the point that I have two. So I can do them in different colorways. I have two. And I gave one to the younger of Sarah's stepdaughters for her Christmas, a Mythomorphia. You know, because you need more than one in the family. I know it sounds crazy, but let me tell you. I didn't think I had Clara. Okay. I think she's the artist that I kind of went, not so much. For me, I desperately, I think that I would just do almost anything to get Serene. That's an expensive book, but it's so beautiful. So beautiful. Jennifer, wait until you see. Pretty soon I will bring out a coloring page that has an Eskie in it. Oh my goodness. Jill found one with an Eskie and got it for me. We had to go through a ton to get it printed here because I don't have a printer, so we had to have it printed at Office Max. My daughter had to pick it up and bring it over. Oh my goodness, it was a big cooperative effort to get me that page. I know, but it's $35. Ugh, I wish I had $35 to spend on it, but I don't. Everything I have has to go to vet bills. And I don't resent that because it's my babies, you know? Well, I think I'm going to start putting a little gray on our horse here just because it's quick and easy for me to do. So I'm going to start with a cold gray one from the Polychromos to just kind of bring in some of the lighter areas, because with colored pencil you always want to start with your lightest colors first and work toward your dark. You never ever want to start off dark, because when you're working on this paper you cannot get light over dark easily. You have to have special supplies for that. Yes, and they are stunning. Oh, I see. You want me to do... I can do that. I just have to figure out how to pay to ship it. I would love to do a drawing for you. I'm selling the tiger, but she is going to be expensive because she's huge. But I want to do this series on endangered animals. It means a lot to me. Do you? Like which books? You'll pay the shipping? Awesome. Yes, I do have a Zoe going. I certainly do. You gotta be kidding. It's Zoe. She's awesome sauce. And how is my beautiful niece, by the way? Hoping you guys have this on screen. As you can tell, it's not looking like I'm doing anything, I'm sure, but that's because it is a very, very, very light color. I do have a Zoe started. If I'm going to send it to you, though, I want to put it on the better paper, because... so I will do her again, because I really want it to be on the best quality possible, and my favorite is the Fabriano Artistico hot press watercolor paper. That's what I did the big tiger on, and oh my goodness, was it a joy to work on that paper. Because it's cotton, it's not cellulose. But it was amazing to work on. I loved it. But she is completely done. I have a tiny bit on the foreground that I want to correct. on the tiger, but that's it. It's because I think it needs to have some almost glowing pieces in it. Ooh, that's awesome. Ooh, there you go, Piggy. I am having my Folgers Colombian. We really could not order from Costco this month, so I bought some Folgers on Amazon because can't really go to the store. Not with bronchitis and COVID being out there. It would be pretty much a suicide mission for me to go near a grocery store or anything else. And I'm not in that place. You're crying with how much it costs. I know, I need to find a way to buy more wet food for Snowflake and Spirit so I can get more weight on them. And I know what your formula is, Sarah, but let me tell you, the Nature's Recipe was working and they were enjoying it. And it is a very, very easy way for me to do it. Because my life does not permit for me to stand up and cook anymore, sadly. But when Jennifer and Jerry come down, I will make tacos. Or I'll make Nick make them, one of the two. You guys will definitely get the tacos. Tacos. This pandemic cut the retreat that I was planning with Ashley. It cut it completely out because we just don't know when this is going to end. And Phoenix is in a huge outbreak. I know you do, Piglet. But you know as well as I do, she's flighty and you cannot depend on her. Of course you. I just have to make sure that I bleach everything in my kitchen before I make it for you because of your gluten allergy. I think you can have these tacos because they're made with corn tortillas. There's no gluten in it. It's meat and corn tortillas. And from there, you decide what you put on it. And I'll make fresh salsa for everybody that's not got glutens in it because Jill is a celiac patient. She cannot have glutens. So I will be doing some recipes that are gluten-free for her. In fact, I just taught her to make my grandma's stew over the phone yesterday. Corn tortillas? Okay, we're good. And I do the white corn. I don't do yellow corn because those are really, really full of preservatives. Which, you know, with fibro, preservatives are not my friend. They cause me pain. I will make guacamole, sweetheart. We will have sour cream. We will have all the goodies to put on them. I can't wait. I have missed everybody so much. It's why I went live suddenly today. Because I decided to bring my head out of the sand a little bit. I'm as bad as Tanya. You know, I've been kind of hidden for a while because of everything that's been going on and everything that went on that caused me to retreat. But, you know, I can only do what I can do, but I will do everything I can. I filmed a really wonderful unboxing yesterday. It is my first time experiencing GBFKE. They were kind enough to send me 3 diamond paintings. They are gorgeous. And Jennifer, you're going to love the last one I opened. Oh my goodness. It is so perfect for me. It's one I've been wanting for a year and a half, but I didn't want it gigantic because I knew the image wouldn't do well in a huge piece. So I was so excited to get it. So excited. I could not have been happier, believe me. Okay, so I'm going to grab some cold gray. I believe this is 3. It should be 3. It is 3. And I'm going to come up here in the shadows a little bit, just below the darkest areas, and add this in. So if my hand is in your way right now, I'm really sorry, but this is a little more precise. So, my brownies, oh my goodness. I had to stand up for a couple of hours to make those piggy pie. Because I have to melt all the chocolate and butter. And I've got to find a way to adapt that recipe for Jill. I have to find a gluten-free flour alternative for the tiny bit of flour that goes in those. It isn't much, It's only 1 cup for an entire industrial-sized pan of brownies. Okay, Piglet. You gotta wait till we can afford it, and then we'll make some brownies. I've still got my big mixer. I've still got the bowls and pans to do the double boiler for the chocolates. We'll have to get the Dutch cocoa, since that's the only one I'll use for it. Sarah's making me hungry. I'm not really hungry today. She's allergic to coconut also. That's going to be the problem. She's allergic to coconut and she is allergic to gluten. So I'm thinking rice flour maybe might work. I might got to do a little research, and we may have a batch of brownies that isn't quite the way we're used to. So we're going to try it. We're going to see. Okay, I see where I have a leaf that is in my way. So I'll tell you what. I'm going to grab a little bit of my greens and fix that very quickly. Thank you, Piglet. I appreciate it, because I really would like to be able to make some so that Jill can enjoy them too. Alright, let's go with the olive green yellowish over here, because these are rose leaves and they're definitely an olive tone. Almond flour might work. But it would lend an almondy flavor to it. I could see using almond flour for biscotti. Definitely for biscotti, since it is almond. You know what? We're just going to have to get some and try it out and make several batches that may be trash, you know, that we won't really eat, but we're going to figure it out, Jill. I owned a restaurant for a few years. We'll figure this out. Plus, we've got Nick to help us, and Sarah will come and help me bake. Although she cannot be up on her feet much with the high blood pressure. We do not need her pre-eclamptic again. So, Piggy, look into every possibility for me, please. Okay. We'll look at that for sure. Piglet, will you write that one down for me? Nico? Nope, he's ignoring me. I must have aggravated him. I'm just putting a base color into these rose leaves. I'll go in and detail them later, because, you know, that's me. I go over everything a couple times, make sure I get it all the way I want it. You should have seen me with that phoenix. My goodness. That took me a while. Okay, that would work great. I'm sure he does. That's okay. It's alright. I don't think that that's a leaf. Something tells me it is and something tells me it's not, and I'm not sure, so I have to make a decision here. What is it? It's a leaf. It'll be a leaf. How's that? But I want to get these so I can get up in the darker portions of this horse. I did not know you colored, Jennifer. I had no idea. We could have added coloring months ago. No, Piggy, I'll get up in a moment if everybody will excuse me, and I will run to the little girl's room and grab coffee and hurry back. Would you guys mind holding on for just a minute for me? Hopefully the puppies won't start barking. Okay, thank you guys. Just hang on a minute for me. I will be back, I promise. Yes, Spirit. Oh, don't walk in. That's the problem. He's walking into walls and dressers and everything else. Okay, babies. Go ahead, Spirit. You're okay. You're okay, baby. Okay, I'm back, everybody. I had to help Spirit get out safely because he tried to run into some stuff. Oh my gosh. Jennifer, she has enough pencils that she could start eating them and never run out. She has backup sets, and some things she has backups for backups. Ooh, what are you going to introduce? I'm excited. What? Ashley! Hi, gorgeous. I was about to ask Sarah to message you. I'm so sorry, sweetie. Oh, you get your new can opener. Well, maybe that'll last you another 10, 14 years. Come on, Spirit. Oh, you need help? Okay, baby. Spooky, stop. He can't see. Yeah, that was fun. Hi, baby. Oh, goodness. Yeah, I'm thinking about starting to do this on every Friday that I possibly can. Nick had a nasty seizure yesterday. Bonked his head, but good. So I almost didn't get to do it today, but this morning seemed to be pretty good. So I was like, oh, I'm feeling halfway decent. At least human. And I decided I missed everybody. And even if only a few people could be here, I was going to come on for a long live stream. Oh, I do, baby. I love your woo-woo. I rub his hip. Oh, what a good boy. What a good boy. He's not snapping at hands for food or anything. He's taking his time. He's being super gentle. Oh, okay. Yeah, my life is so unpredictable, but Sundays are out of the question for me. I need Sundays to be able to just shut my phone off and spend time in bed, resting, relaxing with my puppies. And if I'm not in bed, well, then I'll probably be in taking care of Nick or working on something. No, baby girl, I'm not hungry just yet. I will soon. Ah, you stinker, Jennifer. No, I've been doing good. I've been eating something every day. Don't be trying to get me in trouble there, Jill. I'll kick your butt. Because Sarah will show up and beat my behind. I know. I do with the ones that I need food for. Ooh. Are you starting to draw, my love, or paint? I'm excited. Now you've got me all excited. Oops, come here. Sorry, I'm sitting here not doing a darn thing on screen. I'm just chatting away. Figures. Big surprise. Oh, okay, then I won't eat until you show up. I want my cheesy scrambled eggs. See how that one can backfire on you, little girl? I'll just wait. So I'm going to darken this chrome green opaque in. And then... Oh, I love you, baby. Thank you so much for being here. Kiss my little girl for me. And Zoe, of course. So this is green gold. Right, Ashley? I know I do, baby. I just don't feel well enough to stand up and cook. And, you know, your brother had a hell of a seizure yesterday. He's hurting. It was bad. Your Aunt Bonnie will be here sometime tonight, so, you know, I'm sure she'll make me eat. She always does when she shows up. I don't really get a choice when she's here, because she'll just shove food in my face. She doesn't care. She's been coming down from Prescott recently and visiting. So, we miss you too, sweetheart. So much. We miss you too. I wish you were here, believe me. Really, really do. Yep. I think this is kind of going to be a regular thing for a little while. So, we'll see. I think she's just kind of needing some company kind of deal, you know. She's feeling a little isolated. She doesn't have anybody much up there. And, you know, I do have a spare bed, so. And we have comfy new couches, and I haven't even spent time out there on them. So, we'll see. No, the heat doesn't agree with Bonnie at all, and then she'll run. She'll rabbit like she always does. Which she may even do this summer anyway. She may go home to Michigan, where she comes from, and then return. You never know with Bonnie. She is very, very, very unpredictable. And it's good with her living up there. We're good. I'm good. I love her, but I'm good. It's good if we're, you know, an hour and a half away from each other. You know, sometimes absence makes the heart grow fonder. It's just how it works. I'm trying to fill some of these stems in here so I can get in here with some of the darker grays that I want in this horsey. But these are all rose leaves that I'm playing with right now. And I'm really hoping they're in screen. Let me move this way. Yes, I'm playing with two pencils at once, which is really bad for my hands. Typical me. I am barely touching my paper, and I'm just kind of skimming across these items at the moment because I want to be able to detail them more, but I need them filled before I go in and work in the shadows of the horse. Yeah, she spent most of her life down here. But let me tell you, Phoenix has gotten so much hotter than it was when we were kids. It is nuts. The summers are horrible. We have yet to have had a true winter week here where we're in the 40s and 50s. That is supposed to be this weekend. And I finally got it as a belated Christmas present from my son. There's my fuffers. My baby snowflake. And it is purple. It's a hockey style shirt with the stripes on the sleeve in white, and it's got a white heart and paw print on it. Oh, Ashley, that's awesome. I finished the bunny rabbit and I gave it to Cassie for Christmas, and I have 3 new ones that I have to post. I need to edit and post the video for. Hold on one sec, folks. Okay, Piggy. There you go. Anyway, so I am slowly getting back into the diamond painting more, but right now I have a drawing in mind for my endangered animal species series that Oh, it's been tugging at me trying to figure out how I wanted to do it. And I'm going to attempt it as white on black. So, we shall see. So, Ashley, you did not get to hear, I do not think. Sarah is having a little girl. She is due on June 19th. Surprise pregnancy. So I get my little Rose. Oh, cool. I didn't know if you knew. You know, I never know. We're going to darken this one because it's the outside of the leaf. And let's bring a little of this green gold in. Because I like that on the edge of rose leaves for some reason. I think it looks good. More lifelike. Especially for Arizona roses, they tend to get a little crunchy on the edges sometimes. But the roses bloom so beautifully here. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. Okay, so we've gotten those filled in. I see a little flower that we have to fill in. Oh, Charles is adorable. Oh my goodness. Ashley, you are just going to fall in love with my fatso. He's awesome. He's a different kind of awesome than Danny, but they are both awesome. They're my little boys. And right now, I'm not able to see them because they've all been exposed to COVID. So, we're quite worried. But as soon as we get the go-ahead that they're safe, I am kidnapping Danny. And if I'm allowed, I will kidnap Charles, but I doubt I'm going to be allowed, so. Oh, that's awesome, Piggy. Oh, Jill, you're gonna love my grandkids. They are so sweet and feisty. Oh my goodness. Anything out of my bloodline comes out feisty. I don't know what that is. I think it's because of me being a redhead. But, you know, hey. I have decided I need to darken some of my red, so I'm going to see if Nico will let me order the color I want today. I just really can't afford to. Oh, absolutely, Piglet, and I happen to know how to dye them from the stem up. Oh, Lord, Ashley, I am so praying for her. I'm so praying for her. And I know that our Jerry is too, because, yeah, she's just been through so much. So much. Always, my dear. Always. We're a family, Ashley. We stand together through the good, the bad, the hard, the easy. Doesn't matter. We're a family. So we stick together. And yes, that is definitely including you. You should know that by now. I apparently missed this. Not okay. Yeah, we did, Joe. We really have been hit very, very, very hard by COVID. And what scares me is it keeps trying to get my kids. This is the second time in 2 months that we've had the threat of it. I am utterly terrified. Absolutely terrified. Let me go in here and check Messenger, so I won't be able to see chat for a moment, guys. Sorry. I can only do like 10 things at once. Yeah, Jilly. Yeah, they are. They absolutely are. I know Roxanne is in San Antonio. I know. They are more feisty than she is, by far. It's... Everything keeps trying to hit our family with this, and thank the Lord Almighty, so far, so good. It's been our extended family horribly that has been hit, but my kids and grandkids have so far, the Lord has blessed me with keeping them safe from harm, and I'm just scared if they keep getting exposed, you know, what then? Because eventually, you know, it could take hold, and I'm just not good with that. Well, your governor has a brain, ours is an idiot. But, I mean, our family has a mask mandate, let's put it that way. Arizona should have one, but our family has one. My kids know, keep those masks on or mom's coming for you, because I'm not even trying to play. Oh no. I just do not have time to worry about losing kids and grandkids, and right now that's the position I'm in. You know, I've got... My baby sister is fighting cancer in the midst of COVID, so she's going for treatments during COVID. We've got... all of my children and grandchildren have been exposed, and their significant others, and then we have, you know, we lost Jerry's husband to this horrible thing. We lost Nick's uncle, people that he served with. We're just terrified right now from it. This stuff is just no joke, you know. It's just not. For the people who believe it's not real, I have news for them. I can prove it's real. Yeah, and your dad's going through chemo, and it's just a lot hitting our family and extended family right now, and so, you know, I'm busy praying a lot, because I'm scared. I'm scared for the ones that I love so much, and the ones that I don't even know that are attached to the ones that I love so much, because it just takes 1 second, one stupid second of exposure for me to lose people that I care for, or for it to touch the people that I care for and hurt them, as it did Jerry and her family. I mean, the entire family in Oklahoma got COVID. The entire family. It's insane. It's insane. And then to find out that there was absolutely no detailed plan in place. Oh my goodness. That just floored me. So I need to drop that subject because that's political, and I'm a little fired up in politics right now because of COVID and all of that. It's not the politics themselves that have me fired up. It's the effect it's having on the American public. You know, the working class, the people who are out there, first responders, grocery store workers, putting their lives in danger for the rest of us. That has me fired up. Figures, right? That's gonna be what gets my damn temper going. I don't know. Well, they are going to be held responsible for it. Let me just leave it at that, because beyond that, it's not mine to discuss. But that is in the works. That is in the works. So, but we have so much to be grateful for as well, because so many of us are still here, you know. As much as there is to mourn, there is equally as much to be grateful for. You know, directly it hits me that my animals are becoming so ill, and with such a varied amount of things that I'm just financially terrified about and emotionally terrified about, but they're still fighting, and they're still, you know, hey mommy, we're not giving up on you, so don't panic. And then there's, you know, Nico with his autoimmune disorder and his seizures, Ladybug with her seizures, and they tend to coincide. When one starts, the other one gets them. And then there's Piglet. We've got another baby coming, and I haven't even gotten to keep my little grandbaby overnight. I can't keep any of my grandbabies overnight until we know that they're safe, because exposing me is apparently my children's pretty much worst fear at this point in time, because I don't have the immune system to fight it. I just don't. Not with lung disease and everything else. Who is behind me? It's a bug. Oh. So, it's a terrifying situation. I will say one good thing on the subject of politics. That new National Poet Laureate position, that poem struck to my heart so hard. It was one of the most beautiful things I've ever heard. And my goodness, from a 22-year-old girl. She's just a baby, folks. She's just a baby. And that eloquent and that well-spoken and well-written and expressive. She is gifted. Truly gifted. I was beyond impressed by that young woman. Beyond impressed. Just amazing. Let's see, is this on screen? Okay. She really was fabulous. And so beautiful, my goodness. Such a beautiful young woman. Very impressed. And I love that new position. I think it's amazing. We are in a new era, and these poets are so gifted. And yes, it's a different style than those of us that are old were used to, but I think that, oh, I know, Jilly, I found them. But I think that, okay, I think that it is such a beautiful thing to add, because it is a sign of the times. It's a sign of the nation's growth, that they are trying to catch up to modern life, modern culture, and ways of doing things. And I think that's been a very long time coming. So that is about all I will say about it, other than it was an absolutely beautiful inauguration. Nothing was said that I could not agree with. I was just so happy. And when J-Lo spoke out about liberty in Spanish, oh, so amazing to have had that interjected in there, because there are so many Spanish-speaking people here in particular. This is a state that is filled with dreamers, the DACA program, and it's just wonderful to, you know, speak to them and their parents as well. So, that's my political high five to our nation right now, to the growth that I'm so happy to see. And I know we have such a long way to go to healing with this COVID, but I pray every morning, every night, every afternoon, every time I take a breath. I think I'm just praying that this will be stamped out and we can start to find a new norm that works. So, yep. I really don't talk about politics on my channel, so that's as much as I will really get into it. It just makes enemies of friends. So I don't express my political views, but I will express that that was a beautiful ceremony, and I really, really enjoyed it. Okay. Why am I doing this part? Because it's all one piece and I don't want to miss any. Forget what color I put on it. This is such an intricate piece. Praise God for that. We need... The problem is Arizona has decided as of this morning they're not giving out any more vaccines. I'm not sure why. I'm terrified, but I don't know why. And I'm angry because, you know, I'm 50 years old with lung disease. I need to be vaccinated for it. But apparently they have just stopped the vaccinations. I don't know if it's that they ran out or if they're hoarding it because they're afraid to run out. I just can't quite tell. I cannot quite figure it out. You know, and our governor is an idiot, so who knows? Truth be known to be blunt, he's a kiss ass. So I just don't trust anything he does. He flip-flops too much. And goes to extremes. Extremes never help. Yes, but that first dose can last in the system. It's just not optimal to delay the second dose. But they need to do something. People are going to die if they do not get this out there and give people some form of antibodies to this. More people will die. And I'm just really tired of the death toll. I'm worn out. I am worn out of it. And I cannot have my family become a number. We've already had a couple of family members become a number instead of a person to this. It's not right. Okay, go. Have a good time. I don't know when I'm going to get off, truthfully. Probably when absolutely everybody gives up and runs away. Usually I will limit my live streams, you know, to about an hour, hour and a half. But, yep, I'm kind of here for a little while today. Because I haven't done a live stream in so long. I thought it would be nice to be here for everybody. And then we got onto a sad subject. So, let's get back onto a good subject. Let's get back onto... What are you guys doing? What are you working on? Okay, baby. I love you. Hi, Cal. Oh, my goodness. I've not seen you in so long, lovely lady. It's so nice to see you. Yes, I'm coloring today because... well, I don't feel well enough to be up in my office working. Night-night, Fatso. You have sweet puppy dreams, baby. I love you. Grandmama loves you. Cal, I'm getting my granddaughter in June. Oh my goodness, I'm glad I stayed on for a while. We had a sudden surprise that I am getting my granddaughter in June. She's due right about my birthday. Just a few days off. Yep. And my little grandsons are so gorgeous. The baby grandson, Charles, he's such a sweetie. That's who I call my Feto. It makes him smile. He's got little chubby cheeks. He's so adorable. And his big brother is doing remote learning school right now. And I'm sure that my Danny can hear me. And he knows he better keep focusing on school, or Grandmama's going to get him once we get the test results back. But, yeah. Well, you're close. She's due the next day. June 18th is a hard day for our family. So if she is born on June 18th, maybe it's to help us to get through it. That's the day that I lost my dad. So, you know, you never know. We'll see when my little Rose decides to come. Rose is her middle name, and that is what I will be calling her. Rose or Rosie, depending upon my mood. I really don't care what her first name is. I'll still call her Rose. Because that's her being named after me, so. In a way that makes me happy, not one that I would object to, so. I don't want her to have my real name. Yes. I don't like my real name. Oh my goodness. Hopefully she will look so much like her mom. My daughter's so beautiful with her long curly hair. Naturally curly hair and ringlets. It's just stunning. Oh goodness, coffee. Yeah, me too, Piglet. Yep, 18 weeks. We're almost halfway. Almost halfway. Goodness. And then it's cut and burn those tubes so we don't do any more potential preeclampsia. Cal, Sarah is my daughter that's pregnant. And has my grandsons. I think if they put her on bed rest this time, I might just go and get her and the boys and make them stay here. And if Dad has an issue with that, well, he has to work. And somebody needs to be with her to take care of her. And someone needs to be able to take care of my boys and keep Danny on task with school. So, Mommy/Grandmama will step in. Sarah, Cal is a friend of mine in England. I believe it's England. It could be Wales. I might be wrong. Cal, where are you? I know one of the ladies is in Wales. Oh, my poor body. And with your accent, I can't quite tell. Aww. That's a good idea, Piglet. That is a good idea. Yeah, and I know that. Oh, you're a Welsh bird. Okay. I thought maybe, but I wasn't sure. I'm so sorry for saying England at all. Yes, they do have amazing tea, my dear. You and I have not been to Wales. We've only been to London, and you were very, very, very tiny. So this is my youngest daughter, Cal. My 27-year-old. Ugh, I'm getting old. Good night. You just suddenly see the years flying by. Let me tell you. You just kind of go, huh? Where did those go? I miss them. I want them back. Oh, it is strange to look at your babies having babies and realize that it really was not that long ago that they were babies. Even as many years as it has been, it just seems like it wasn't long ago that they were babies. Strange. So I'm trying to fill these little parts around the edge of the horse so that, because this is her mane, so that I can get in there with the shadowing and color for the horse. Ooh. Yummy piggy. Yes, my daughter loves good tea. So does my son, my goodness. Give him a good hot tea with some white honey and he is in 7th heaven. Me, I am a simple girl. Black tea with cinnamon stick and honey is my favorite. Well, it needs to come here. Tell Tia to bring it over. She needs to pick up her medical supplies anyway. Have you? You like Kirby Rosanis too? Oh my goodness, I have most of his books. And I want that new one so badly. I wish I had the money. I would have already pre-ordered it. That one, and I would just kill for Nicholas, I can't pronounce his name, his book, Serene, and possibly Fantasia. So yes, I have, because I got sick, I've dipped my foot back into coloring, and my stress level got really crazy. I'm so glad you're back, baby. So, Miss Boots, our Jill, decided that I needed to step back into coloring again because I was in a block on my art. I couldn't diamond paint because I couldn't think straight. You know, it happens when you get head colds, your head clogs up. It's just so much fun. I do not know why I'm making this leaf this color, probably because I just felt like it. But I am going to do the horse to look like the last horse I ever had, Shiloh. I miss her. I do. She was an amazing horse. Beautiful flea-bitten gray quarter horse. We rode a few rodeo events together. Amateur rodeo events. A lot of trail rides. So I'm going to, that's why this horse has a blue eye, because she is going to look like Shy. If I do it right. God willing. God willing, I'll make her look like Shiloh. She was just gorgeous. Gorgeous. And she was so gentle. When Sarah was a very little girl, Sarah used to scare me to death until I found out that Shy was just amazing. She would go walk under Shiloh. And I'm like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. And Shiloh would just look down at her. And she'd stand very, very, very still until Sarah got out from under her. She was so amazing. Yep. She looked white except for the little specks of silver on her and her beautiful bright blue eyes. She was just, oh my goodness, stunning. And this horse strikes me as a quarter horse. So, by looking at the ears and the shape of the jaw, my brain says quarter horse instead of thoroughbred. It's definitely not an Arab. The muzzle is too short. Far too short. Okay, so let's go back to getting some gray in here now that we've got a lot of the green filled in. I can bring in more of this cool gray 3 in these lighter shadow areas. Right here. I am just barely touching my paper for anybody that is wondering. Oh yeah, she loved to be brushed. Oh my goodness, did she ever. She just loved it. And she knew when she got brushed she was going to get just a little bit of sweet grain. So, she got a little bit of sweet feed. She was such an amazing girl. And she had been horribly, horribly abused before we got her. Before Jimmy got her and gave her to me. Very sweet friend of mine, God rest his soul, wanted to make sure that Shiloh ended up with me because He said I had such a gentle hand and quiet hands and legs, and it was a good match. So, and then she got very, very, very sick she became navicular, and I had the nerve cut so she wouldn't be in pain, and I found a place that would let her live out her life free with other horses. She could run and do as she chose, and they just drop feed in and hay, and I would imagine that she's passed on now. She would be, oh my goodness, close to 30 years old if she was alive. So yeah, I think that she's with Snowy and Frosty waiting on us. And of course my dad and grandparents. But she was pretty. Very, very, very pretty. So I will be putting both cold and warm grays into this image, because that's how you get that very neutral gray. So in certain areas where I want highlight, we're going cold gray 1, like we are right now. Being a color pencil artist complicates coloring and also makes it easier at the same time. Figure that out. Because I understand light, shadow, highlight, tone, value, all of those things. And I know how to impart them onto the image, but it also makes me super picky and slows me down. Oh my goodness. I think I nearly drive my son nuts sometimes. Come look at this, I want your opinion. Yeah, I probably about drive Nico crazy. But I'm lucky. My kids are very supportive of me going back to doing professional artwork. Something inside of me needed to create again. Now I just need a couple of watercolor supplies to work some backgrounds with, and and the remaining light fast colors, and I will be a happy camper as far as my art supplies go. That will keep me happy until I need replacements. Shawnee is not going to be with us. She hated us. It's like Jimmy said, you never put a redhead on a redhead. That girl tried to drop me into a canal. No. And I say tried, because I kept my seat. She was not pleased about it. Yeah, I know she liked you. She didn't like me. She couldn't dominate me. She didn't like that. Did not like it. And normally horses do not tend to want to dominate unless they're male, but whoo-wee, Shawnee had issues. But Jim rescued his horses. He was just amazing. He's like me with my pups. I rescue pups. He rescued horses, and he decided that Shiloh belonged with me. So my kids would go with me and help me take care of her, and because I wanted them to be exposed to horses and, you know, the gentle nature of a prey animal and all of those good things. Oh, she did love them, yes. Especially her Granny Smith apples. My goodness. That was my Shiloh's thing. Okay, so we've been working in polychrome oats. I'm going to pull in a bit of Caran d'Ache Luminance because I want to bring in some 30% Payne's Gray into some of these slightly darker shadows. I want that cold appearance in some of it, so it keeps the tone I'm looking for. I am not pushing down on my pencils whatsoever, guys. I'm just letting it kiss the paper, and I'll go over it multiple times. I will not apply pressure into it, and I have a reason for that. I do not wish to burnish the paper, thereby destroying what tooth this paper has. So I need it to not smush it, as some people put it. You don't smush them, just layers. Light layers work beautifully. No smush. So what have you been up to, Cal? Oh my goodness. I have not been watching videos. I'm so sorry, guys. Like I said, my life has been really crazy busy, and I have been outside of the diamond painting community for a bit, just healing in a lot of ways, trying to heal. And now I'm getting my footing and coming back into the diamond painting, the coloring, the art, the stitching, everything that I enjoy doing. Because I decided my channel could not be singularly faceted, because I am not singularly faceted. It needed to be just this beautiful mix of things that I love to do. No, smooching is not bad sometimes, Sarah. At the very, very, very end, it's okay to smooch a little bit, depending on what you're doing. But yes, I brought you up that we do light layers. Burnishing is the final thing that you can do. I do not tend to burnish in my particular technique. It's more of almost glazing layers on. There are times, though, that if I want a very stark appearance, I will give it a little bit of pressure. But if I used one color or one brand on anything I did, it would be a shock. Seriously, I don't think I know how. So many different, like, the few Caran d'Ache light vests that I have, I only have 13 of them, and it's because I couldn't afford more, but it's the percentage colors that I could not get in anything else. So those were the ones that I purchased. Yeah, I don't like to burnish either, Piggy. It's just not me, you know. It's fine for anybody who chooses to do it. That's cool. That's the look you're going for. Enjoy it, please. It's about the enjoyment. It's about the relaxation. For me, because I do art professionally, my mind does not work that way. It works very meticulously, very light layers. It's kind of crazy, and it's super time consuming. Super time consuming, the way I do things. You could spend forever doing a piece my way. I'm not quick about them because I have something in mind when I decide to do something. It's already in my head what I want it to look like. It's weird. There are certain images, like this one, I looked at it and went, oh my goodness, I can see exactly what that needs to look like when it's done. No, you definitely don't want to with those, honey. You'll ruin your pens, for one, and for two, you will most definitely damage the tooth of the paper. It's not designed for that. Let me bring this back down into view. It's going to shift that cord, and I'm hoping it doesn't mess things up for you guys, because I've moved up into here on our beautiful horse, and I'm still working with the Caran d'Ache Luminance Payne's Gray 30%. I am kind of just layering this in a bit. As you can see, there are these little dots. Those are going to be, as far as I'm concerned, drops of water. Oh, I bet. I have a few gel pens. I rarely work with them. They are just a touch of a highlight here and there. I'm really a pencil artist. And when I paint, I'm a painter. But if there's pencils involved, that's where my brain is at, is in working with my pencils. I love Payne's Gray. It is one of my very favorite of all the grays because it is incredibly versatile depending on the amount of pressure you add. You can then add a little bit of warm gray and suddenly it will become neutral. I love that about it. Why? I don't want to do your book. Thank you, but no. I'm a little busy. No, I'm busy. I have enough pages to color. I've got drawings I need to get going. And I have diamond paintings I'm working on, so... And I even have a stitching project getting started, so... Here we are. Busy lady. And I have another stitching project I want. Very badly. It's $12 though, plus shipping. So I have to find out if there's someplace I can get it that's a little bit less money. We will see. Because I'm not going to meet the minimum order for that company, that's for sure. No, I don't need to do that. I'm good. Thank you, though, baby. Mommy's good. Okay, what do we do? Her ears were definitely a cold gray on the back. Most definitely. And then there was a warm to the front before you hit the inside of them. My goodness, it amazes me. I can still see her in my mind's eye. Completely, I can see her. But I'm just at the moment kind of scribbling this in because I'll go in and get the detailing in a bit. Some of the colors I'm going to use are probably going to surprise people. For anything that is a white animal, light purples and lavenders, grade lavenders, make amazing, amazing shadow colors. And in this case, she appeared very white to the naked eye. That's why there's a lot of cold gray 1 going on her. Because she, to the naked eye, was very, very white. But this will give me... If you got up close to her, she was actually this extremely pale gray. Almost a pale blue gray. I know, baby. Look, I've got it right here. She'll get there. She'll get there. There's going to be shadowing. Just keep your panties on, girl. Relax. I'm not going to color her all in one day. I've been working on this piece little by little for a week. Getting the flowers the way I want them and deciding what goes where and which brand of pencil does what for it. And yeah. Now she is going to have just a bit of white. And I'm going to, in this case, use the Caran d'Ache Luminance white for this. Because it's going to come right up here on this highlight. And there will be just a bit of buff titanium that goes in with it in some spots. Because this is where the light is hitting her. Just above the shadows on her ears. Just above. I wonder if you all can even tell what I'm doing. Alright, there's that. Let's grab this buff titanium. My hands are starting to hurt. Yeah, me too, piggy. I can still see her. And I can still, sometimes in dreams, I get to go riding with her. She was truly lovely. Okay. The reason I use the buff titanium here is it's got a little bit of a pinkish hue to it. And to me, this inside of her ear would have been casting light up onto this edge based on the angles of this picture. Because this right here would be the inside of her ear, but it's dark and in shadow. Ah. Yeah, I know. What is it with me and bathing my animals with coconut scent? I did have a thing for it, didn't I, Biggie? The puppies still get baths in coconut shampoos. Okay, let me find this. Because two of these pencils look quite a bit alike, but they are very different colors. Okay, that is my 10% sepia. This should be Yes, my violet gray. This is an amazing color for working on white or light colored animals when you want to get into the shadows. Let me stabilize this page a bit. Aw, I know, baby girl. So we're going to come in here next to that pink with this violet gray. We're going to come down this line as well and bring it in here. Okay, Piggy. I know, baby. I know this seems very dark, but when you apply the next layer to it, it really is not. Now, I am not scribbling right now. I'm actually just touching these lines and guides that, you know, Kirby has given us. I have become such a Kirby Rosanna's fan. And I still love my Johanna Basford. Do not think I don't. Sorry, I had to look back and see where all of the Eskies are, because I hear Spirit panting, but he's laying down, so, you know, I'm just making sure they're all safe. That's my babies. Yep, and Nick's okay, so because I hear him cough. We're going to use this violet gray back in here. The other one I really love is the Prismacolor Grade Lavender. Oh, such a beautiful tone for white animals. Beautiful, beautiful. We're going to add this to the Payne's Gray here to give it a little purple hue. Just a bit. Because I want this to be very cohesive. I have paintings I need to do with you guys. I've got diamond paintings I need to do with you guys. Oof. It's going to be a busy year on my channel. It's just not going to be daily videos because my body can only do what it can do with how busy life is right now. Okay, in here we are definitely shadowing those plants, but I don't want to give her a green hue. And it's just not me. It's just not me. So I'm going to pull this through the shadows, and then what's going to happen is the gray will tone it a little bit more. And it's not everywhere. It's, you know, here and there. If I'm not picking up on chat right now, you guys, I'm really sorry. I'm kind of trying to make sure I get these in just the right spots. Just the right spots. Okay. Alright, what did I miss? Nothing. Okay. I didn't miss anything. I know I missed the ranch. And I missed the mountains. Oh, it was just... It was a lovely time in that way. It really, truly was. We would go horseback riding. We'd get out mine and BJ's motorcycles and take you kids for rides. And it was a different period of time in my life. And now I can't do those things, sadly. As much as I desperately wish I could for you and for the grandbabies, I can't. I know, we're so tiny. I miss the big live streams we used to have. I guess I got boring. I wouldn't doubt it. I'm going to pull some of this down in here. I probably will get off of here soon so that I'm not a nuisance. And no, I will not be getting on the phone with anybody. Heads up to both of you. I need to take some time and relax and lower my stress levels. And that's part of what we're doing here today. is lowering my stress levels a bit. That is probably going to darken up quite a bit. I know this in here will get very, very dark to add dimension and shape and a sense of realism to my lovely horse. No. I love you. I cannot handle doing the phone right now. Ooh, we are going to have to get off because my battery is almost dead on the laptop, and so it won't continue. You guys, I love you all very, very much, and I'm very thankful that you were here. I'm sorry the laptop is dying, so sorry. But my thoughts and prayers are with all of you as always. I hope that you did enjoy this, and if I feel up to it later tonight, maybe we'll come on for one of our Friday night chats that we used to do. Okay? But please stay safe. Please wear your masks when you are out of your house. And please remember that we will get through this. We will. I will talk to you all next time in the next video and possibly the next live stream. Bye, everyone.